It starts with a feeling, that gnawing sense that something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You second-guess yourself, replay conversations, analyze every word and look, wondering if you missed something. But here's the truth, you didn't miss anything. You felt it because it was real. This isn't about paranoia. It's about pattern recognition. This isn't about insecurity. It's about instinct. This isn't about them. It's about the moment you cross the invisible line, the one that separates doubt from clarity, patience from compliance, hope from delusion. This is Mind Chief. For those who see the game. For those who know when to walk away. For those who understand that the real battle isn't out there. It's in the moment you decide to stop fighting for a place that was never yours to begin with. The line has been crossed, and you're not looking back. You knew something was off. Not because of one thing, but because of 100 little things. The promises that never materialized, the effort that was never reciprocated, the future that was always just out of reach. You told yourself you were overreacting, that you were too sensitive, too demanding, too impatient, that if you just waited a little longer, gave a little more, trusted a little harder, it would all make sense. But here's what you didn't realize. You weren't imagining it. You were experiencing it. This isn't about bad luck. It's about design. A system built to keep you engaged just enough to stay, but never committed enough to act. A cycle that relies on your hope, your loyalty, your willingness to believe that this time will be different. But patterns don't lie, and yours is screaming. The moment of recognition doesn't come with fanfare. It comes in the quiet, in the space between what they say and what they do, in the realization that you've been carrying the weight of their indecision while they enjoy the benefits of your patience. And suddenly it clicks. You're not the problem. You're the solution they've been exploiting. This isn't about blame. It's about awakening, because the moment you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. And the moment you stop participating in it, the whole dynamic shifts. Not with anger, not with drama, but with clarity. The kind of clarity that doesn't need validation. The kind that speaks for itself. Think of a job where you're promised growth, but year after year, the promotion never comes. You work harder, you wait longer, you adjust your expectations, until one day you realize they never intended to give you what they promised. They just needed you to believe it was coming. That's not bad management. That's strategy. And you were never part of the plan. Here's the thing about power. It's not in the loudest voice. It's in the quietest exit. Because when you stop chasing answers, the answers lose their power over you. When you stop explaining yourself, the need for validation disappears. When you stop waiting for permission, you realize you never needed it. And that shift, it's deafening for them. They counted on your engagement. They banked on your investment. They relied on your willingness to stay in the game. But the moment you step back, the moment you redirect your energy, the moment you choose yourself, the whole system wobbles. Because they were never the prize. You were. They thought they could have it both ways. Your effort without your expectations, your loyalty without your respect, your patience without your power. But power doesn't work that way. And neither do you. What's happening now isn't dramatic. It's inevitable. The future they promised starts to feel out of reach. The opportunities they dangled begin to close. The progress they faked stalls. And the worst part for them? You're no longer waiting for answers. You're building your own. When someone operates from avoidance, momentum breaks down. The trust erodes. The respect fades. And the realization that you might be better off without them. It haunts them more than any confrontation ever could. Think of a toxic friendship where one person always takes but never gives. The moment the other person stops initiating, the friendship collapses. Not because of anger, but because it was never real to begin with. You're not losing a relationship. You're gaining your freedom. This is where the power shifts. Not with words. Not with arguments. Not with explanations. But with action. The kind of action that doesn't need a soundtrack. The kind that speaks for itself. You're no longer waiting for fairness. You're no longer asking for closure. You're no longer hoping for change. You're moving forward, quietly, decisively, unapologetically. And the beauty of it? They can't stop you. Because they never really had the control they thought they did. The freedom isn't in the leaving. It's in the realizing that you never needed their permission to begin with. And that realization? It's yours to keep. This isn't about burning bridges. It's about building your own. This isn't about proving a point. It's about living your truth. This isn't about them. It's about you, finally free from the weight of their indecision. The unspoken exit is the most powerful move you'll ever make. Because the moment you stop waiting for them to change, you start changing everything for yourself. And that's where the real power lies. Are you ready to step into what comes next? Then stand firm. Trust the process, and let the silence do the talking. Make sure you're subscribed before you head out. See you in the next one.